Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to a new video today on In the Stars. So today's video will be about Gemini rising slash ascendant. Alright, so Gemini's rising ascendant signs, for the most part, Gemini on the rise or Gemini rising, they will be typically, shall I say, they will be very moving around people, or people who like to move around a lot. Because keep in mind, or they will appear to be, because keep in mind that the third house, which is the house that corresponds to Geminis, because they're the third zodiac sign, rules over not just siblings. It's called the house of siblings and close friends and neighbors, but it also rules over like day-to-day travel, like local travel locally, like not long distances. So these people can be very flighty because, like I said, not only just because of that, but also because that they are air signs to begin with, right? Air signs are already known to be like the air, like can be in many places at once, or seem to be in many places at once. They're also a mutable sign, which can be changeable, like jumping from one thing to the next. They like to move around. So these are some of the personality traits of what a Gemini rising can be. Like I said, they can be very changeable, they might appear to change a lot. They might appear to be very adaptable. They can appear to be very intellectual, or these people might even like to communicate a lot. When it comes in terms of their mannerisms, they can speak a lot, like their words. They probably speak with their hands, so to speak, more than others, because they can be very because of that communication. On top of their mannerisms, you see what I'm saying? They like to paint pictures with their words. You see what I'm saying? And so they can also be very like intellectual people, or seem to be very intellectual people. They might appear to have very great handwriting because the planet Mercury, which is Gemini's ruling planet, also rules like writing. They can appear to be very good writers, like a Gemini rising person can appear to be everything that Mercury, third house, their air sign, and their mutable sign is all combined with one another. So as I was saying, these are all the appearances of how they are of how they give out. But keep in mind that this sign is falling in the first house, which is the house of self. That's what the ascendant is, the house of self, and that's also the house of self-interest. So not only are they appearing to be this way, they are also attracting those things as well, or not necessarily attracting, because that comes in terms of more of Venus sign, but more of this is what these can be their ambitions, or what they want, or what they seek in others, or what they even seek in themselves, self-interest. So they can want to, this is something that they can want to strive for in terms of giving to the outside world. They might want to appear to be the best communicators, or the best writers, or being changeable around others, being able to, like I said, communicate with others very strongly. Or they can appear to even be like just like I said, like to travel distances. Might like they could be the type of people that might like to feel like they know their way around, how to get around, how to move around. Like they can be like, you know they might be the person that's going to show you where, like if you're coming into their town, they might be the person that want to show you around from place to place, that feel like they know all of the right places to go, all the right spots to hang out at, or all the great food to get, or so on and so forth. Gemini rising people can also have very prominent, appearance-wise, they can have very prominent throat, lungs, and breath. So now I know now that the throat, so that they might have a very defined throat, as you will. But like I said about all their traits in specific, like depending on where it's positively or negatively placed. If it's positively placed, if their ascendant is positively placed, then it can, they will have all of these positive traits. If it's negatively placed, they can have the exact opposite of those positive traits. But more than likely, like nothing is 100% one way or the other, right? So more than likely, they will have a little bit of both. They might have more than the other, depending on how negatively or how positively each placement is. So like, as I was saying, like they can have a very prominent or very defined throat that you will notice them for however their throat is shaped, or however it's looked, or if there are any scars or any birth marks or birth defects even, or whatever, based off their throat. Also their breath, like the same thing. These people might, a person with Gemini rising can possibly can be very keen or very conscious of their breath. So they might all be the type of people that always have some breath gum to chew, or might have those little pocket bottles of mouthwash or something that's going to keep their breath fresh, because they might be very conscientious about their breath. As well as like I said, negatively speaking, though, these people can have very bad breath, might not be so caring as far as their breath, or they might I don't know if some people might like hold their hand over their mouth when they talk. They can be insecure about their breath even, or insecure about their throat, like just like I was stating with Tauruses rising, how they rule the neck area. They can, since the throat and neck are like almost one and the same, they can also wear like jewelry around their throat area to show out that definition. And in terms of their lungs speaking, this is just appearance wise, they probably are this is also an indication of how much strong their vocal cords are, how strong they are in terms of talking or even singing. A lot of these people can be singers, for example, or a public speaker. That's what I was looking for. Now Mercury rules the arms, the nerves, the hands. So they can also like appear, like people with Mercury rising can have either very big hands or very prominent hands, or you will notice them you can notice them for their hand features. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, but it will be noticeable. And the same goes with their fingers and their arms. Like their arms and their fingers might be very noticeable as well, because like I said, Mercury rules rules over those specific body parts. And if you're talking about a person's rising, then this is this will stick out mostly in their appearance. And keep in mind, like I said, it's also about self-interest as well. So these people might work on their arms more. Like if they work out, you might see them. They might be an arm person. They might always be doing some type of curls or something that's going to help them define their arms more. You see what I'm saying? Or they might like a lot of hand exercises, which goes into, like I said, writing and things like that, things where they got to use their hands. Like I said, they might also be very conscientious of their hands as well, so they might always want to protect their hands when they work. These can be people who definitely will wear some type of protective gloving when they're doing work with their hands. And they also might be attracted to these same type of people as well. This is also an indication of the same type of people they attract. They might be attracted to people with beautiful arms, or with well-defined arms, or beautiful hands, or beautiful throat, or who are very good at speaking in general. So this is all that I have for Gemini rising. I hope you guys liked the video as always. If you did, press the like button. Click the subscribe button if you want to stay in tune with me for future videos. Click the description box if you want to follow me on any of my social medias. Write in the comment box down below if you have anything to say about this video or anything in general. Thank you for your time, and until next time, y'all, peace and love.